December 31st, 2025. I almost forgot. I got to throw my green screen up there real quick. I got a fun one for you. But hey, wanted to give a little check in to check where we're at. There we go. So right now it's about 6 o'clock on Eastern Standard Time. We are at 466 people, 466 subscribers. We have about 402 videos that are up and just enjoying life. We started this channel in March and amazing journey. I have learned so much overall and got talking to people, the research, it's been great. It's been great. 2026, we're going to continue with that and the same kind of thing. We're going to be adding more stuff. I'm hoping to dedicate more time as well to the projects, to meeting people, more interviews, that kind of thing, getting out. I mean, I went across the country twice, but I still think it's a good thing to get going overall. And that's what we're really looking forward to on the whole thing. So when you start these channels, you really don't know what to expect. You know, you're going to be out there, you're going to be exposed, that kind of thing. I think we've done a good job so far of just basically dodging some of the bad people out there. There's a lot of bad people, let me tell you, but overall, it's still enjoyable and I'm still just living life. Let's put it that way. Let me just check in there. Okay, boom. All right. All right. So again, everybody right now has a whole bunch of 2025 year-end stuff, the photos of the year, the stories of the year, looking back at what we were able to accomplish. Going back, it's funny, when I first starting the channel in March, it was like me and the blank wall behind me, and I had a flag, and my idea was I was going to have flags, and that's just different flags, all kinds of different things. Whatever I had, you know, they're about $5 or $10, and I just pick a few up. I have probably 20, 25 different flags of all different types. And I wanted to look at it and do it. And then someone just basically told me, hey, you know, the flags aren't cool. And I was like, oh, that hurt my feelings. So I decided, like, all right, well, I'm going to do something different than just flags. So then I started the bookcase and a few other things going on. Now I got the green screen behind me. I'm sitting out here at a Quality Leering Center. So excited about the green screen I just picked up. But we have so much invested in technology and props and lights and books and just all kinds of stuff. Not only the time that I've spent watching all the YouTube how-to videos of how to post things and do stuff. And gosh, looking back, it's been a crazy 9 months and hasn't even been a full year yet, but I think we've been able to talk to a lot of good people, and that's the important thing overall. So, hey, if you're just checking in for the first time, this is Truth Between Lines. Any like, subscribe would be great, but please, drop a chat. Let me know what you want to talk about. Again, with all these 2025 lists coming out of photos and stories, I want to hear what you guys want to talk about. We've had a couple of discussions over the last couple of days on the chat from people around the world. I mean, New Zealand, Germany, UK. We have some great things. We got a guy from Yemen keeps popping in. We're all learning together because I ask them questions, they ask me questions, and we go back and forth, and it's been a good time. So appreciate it very much. But do put something in the comments as well. And look at some of the videos we put out last week. I did one about unemployment, 4.6% lie, about how numbers can be manipulated. And that was kind of fun. Actually, it's doing pretty good. Anytime my videos hit over 100 at this point is good for me. So I'm excited about that. That's always cool to do. Like, yay, it's great. I did one on birthing robots, which I thought was fun. Everybody thought birthing robots were actually a real thing. But in Japan, they actually technically are, but not to what we think it is. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but take a look at that video too. It's a birthing robots, why AI will be accepted in the Japanese culture. So, and then if you guys are looking at what's following happen right now with Georgia and Nevada with the election interference in 2020 and maybe possibly the fraudulent election that we had, it's amazing that it's coming out now. And I don't know what triggered it. There's so many other things going on in the world that this kind of popped and people are just started talking about it. And then, of course, again, the Quality Leering Center, up what's happening in Minneapolis. If you're following that stuff, that is pretty crazy too. So much fraud, and you're always wondering about our $38 trillion in debt. You never know, could that be wiped out if we just stop fraud? So I like to draw things. Welcome back, buddy. Good to see you. Thanks so much for joining me again. So let me know what you want to talk about. I was going to go over a couple lists right here, but Let me know if you think of something. So I like to draw things. Yeah, you've been here for a couple of days. Maybe that's really when I just started doing the lives. I was really hesitant to do them in the beginning, so I practiced for a while, and then I don't know. We're still getting better. Happy New Year. Yep, definitely Happy New Year. What time zone are you in? Are you? I can't. Are you from Canada? I'm trying to remember, but I still think you're Eastern time. But anyway, no, some people have already celebrated the new year. It's already 2026 there. And I wonder if they're going to put it, oh, it's 1 a.m. No, where are you from again then? I forget. Sorry. Maybe you never told me. I don't know. But so it's 1 a.m. So it is 2026 for you. Finland. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're my Finland guy. Okay, cool. That's very cool. So happy new year to you officially. Yeah, we're still waiting. What are the odds we see people arrested for the fraud? What are the odds we see people arrested for fraud? That's a good one. Hey, Mark Travis, and then Mako Shark. I'm in Michigan. Cool. Very cool. Thank you. Here I'm wondering if you want, Mako Shark, you want to talk about that. Here for quality learning. Full minute chat. Hey, welcome back, Chad. Very cool. I'm wondering if Dan Bongino leaving the FBI, if he is kind of like what Elon Musk did when he went through Doge and he just couldn't get things done in the government, as fast, as quickly as he wanted to. Maybe that's a thing. So he left. And so I'm wondering if that's an issue with Dan Bongino. Now, I'm sure when he gets his podcast back, I'm sure we'll hear. But I am wondering, all right, is it going to come at once? Are people just going to get rounded up real quick and happen? They're going to have all this information. Kash Patel, FBI is going to have all of this information on every single thing. The Senate, the House is going to have all the different committees and everything. And then boom, it's just done. It's not one by one. It's not going to be slow. It's just going to be fast. That's what I'm wondering if that's going to be for the people going to jail. Chad, I'm a bit disappointed by Kash. I thought the FBI was going to purge itself. Yeah. That could be one thing too, as well. Yeah, I don't know. I think them maybe even moving the offices and shutting down the, God, what building are they in? I can't remember the building that they're in. But they're shutting that down and then moving. So I don't know. Maybe if they move and they're just like, hey, we just don't have room for you. Sorry, bye. But he went in and has looked terrified ever since. It's been found in one state. It's in several. Mako Shark, you're talking about the fraud? Yeah, or fraud or the elections and voting. Yes, I completely agree. Change will be the External Revenue Service. Okay. The External Revenue Service. Good. A question, what do you do on this live stream? Yeah, so Vrossit, if I'm saying that right. Mostly we talk about politics, but we can talk about anything. I don't care. I mean, right now, if you're just tuning in for the first time, please like and subscribe. Helps the channel a lot. I'm on a march to 500, but we talk about politics. I was going to go through a list of the top stories that we had in 2025. I was going to follow up on a few things that me and a few of the other guys that talked about in the lives in the last couple of days. I've had a chance to research them, so I was going to talk about that. So we'll wait for them to come on and come on more. Let's put it that way. Howard, let's see, a lot on this channel. I hear a lot of chat. I'm not sure what you said on that one. But anyway, Mark Travis, where we need to focus is tariffs. Okay, actually, Mark, let me know what you think about tariffs as far as what focus, how focus exactly. Just like, subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate it, Ross. I appreciate you very much doing that. So yeah, let me know. I mean, I'm not a tariff expert. I actually put a video out about it, but that was so long ago. And it was such, when it all just started, the information I knew back then that I researched could be completely different now, because now we've actually seen the effects of it. So let me know what you think about that one. Bring more jobs to Detroit. That's interesting. Mark, are you in Michigan? Is that what you said? And I'm wondering, as far as the auto industry, obviously, I mean, Ford tried to move one out in Tennessee, and I'm like, well, why didn't they just go back to Detroit? So what kind of jobs would you like to see? That's one of the things I want to look at too. So the lunatic libertarian, I like that name. Defund all publicly funded systems, remove all monetary incentive from political positions. Monetary incentive from political positions. I'm thinking stock trading, but I agree. Publicly funded systems. Yeah, you're definitely libertarian on that one. I always look at two public libraries. I have this discussion with a few people, like, why are we paying for public libraries? And it's like, well, okay, so people can have the internet, people can check out books and all that stuff. But libertarian, is that worth the money that we pay for the library system? Just a thought for bring it up. I had a question. How do you think America's relationship with Pakistan is affecting India's current political state of mind? Okay, so a lot of this channel though is a lot of like national stuff here in the United States. We can talk about that. I'd actually rather hear your opinion on that one. I don't know a whole lot international. Ukraine and Russia comes up a lot. I'm trying to think. We had a guy from South Africa who was telling us a few things going on there, but my expertise is certainly not that. So, Mark, I just want jobs for cars and automotive writer. It's electric or gas. Yeah. Yeah. So you want to bring back the car industry to Detroit? And then, number one, why did it leave? But I guess that would probably be just because it just got too full. Is it open now? Are factories empty in Detroit? Are they, vacant, waiting for people to come back? What's the story on that one? So, lunatic, let's see. All political positions should be voluntary. Yeah, I mean, that was the idea, right? This defrauded our funds infuriates me. Yeah, let's get to that for sure here, Howard. We'll talk about that. But yeah, back in the day, early on, when the first Constitution was done, this was a volunteer job to be a elected or politician. I mean, you basically went through life, you did a good job, and then you decided, hey, I'm going to run for office. And that's what you did. You didn't care about the money. So, yeah, I agree on that one. Factories have been empty for years. Yeah, that's hard to hear. That's hard to hear. I have never really been to Detroit itself, but I've been through Michigan. NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement. Yep. Local community funded center of information is fine with me. A local community funded center of information is fine with me. Okay. So you're for that. Okay. Yep. And you're for Wisconsin as well. All right. Oak Ridge, Jim D. Oak Ridge will be the new Manhattan Project with its small modular reactor awaiting approval of the Clinch River SMR. So Jim D., thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. And then Oak Ridge is in Tennessee. That's where was one half of the nuclear bomb that dropped. And then so now they're starting the Manhattan Project and everything else. Now they're starting more reactors for nuclear. So that's going to be a huge boost to what we already have. Let's put it that way. Veracity, I just wanted to ask, what is your take on the current and future job market, especially with, my perspective of more of the population become a bit more lazy and not very aware about AI? Yeah. Let's get to Venezuela boats in a minute, Shark. I'm for Trump's USMCA. Yeah. Is Donald Trump going to be impeached due to Epstein and the files? No, I don't think Trump has had anything to do with Epstein right now. So let's talk about that one, though. The job being lazy. I agree. Overall. Mark Travis, I missed that one. I don't know. Let me know what USMCA if I said that wrong. But as far as the job market, I do agree. It's easy. Okay, it's easy and it's lazy to say. Hey, David Thompson, welcome back. It's good to see you again on here. I voted for Reagan and Trump. It's easy to say that they're lazy. At the same time, I honestly don't think the younger generation knows how to work. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to think about, but literally we've had this discussion. I've dropped videos on this as well. They don't know how to communicate. They just don't know how to talk. If they don't have a phone in their hand and they're not texting, like they just don't know how to actually communicate. And I think that's a big problem. I think that's a huge problem going forward, especially as AI comes in. People are more comfortable talking to a robot or a computer than they are an actual real live person face to face over the counter. So I think people's limits, what they think they can do, are shrinking. Like you used to be able to, hey, we can take on the world. You can do anything, positive thinking, all that stuff. I can be anything when I grow up. Now it's like, well, you're stuck here. So it's a tough one, but I agree. AI is either going to create a whole bunch of more jobs and make it a lot easier for us, or it's going to take us over and we're just going to be done. So that's an interesting one. Mark Trevor, they don't learn shop class. Yeah. Oh, shop class. We've got to bring shop class back. All kinds of shop, I mean, just anything, carpentry or small engine. I mean, you got to bring those kids, they got to be able to use their hands and not just to be able to type. I mean, it's ridiculous on that one, but I agree. Cursive. Yeah. Cursive would be a good one. Stick shifts in the cars too. So yeah. Lunatic. You're a master tradesman, diesel technician. Yeah. Welder, EPA certified. And honestly, man, without knowing anything about you, I'm sure you're doing well. If you have all of those things that you can do, I'm sure you're doing well, and you don't have a whole bunch of college debt on that one. What's my take on Pakistan, especially the detained former Prime Minister Imran Khan? Again, going back to the whole thing, I'm not big on international stuff. I really don't know much about the Prime Minister being jailed. I can't talk on that. I don't know. Most of all the stuff I worry about is just here. But East Coast Cat, welcome. I'm 30 and people don't understand the lack of social interaction and skills that kids have lost. Yep, when your parents said we were getting soft and thought they were just talking, this is what they say. Yep, you said it. I mean, that's exactly. I agree with the East Coast Cat. So that's exactly right. You know, you want to talk about participation trophies and everything else too. That's exactly what we're looking at. But tangible skill set are not trained into the populace. Yep. Agree. I think we should close the United Nations. All right, Mark. What's your take on the Epstein files? Actually, Epstein we'll get to, Anton. Let's see here. Our veterans and homes. Our veterans and homes before illegals. Yeah. Don't make me forget about the Epstein files. But yeah, United Nations. I mean, the fact that the Somalia is going to be on there, that is going to be crazy to think that that's happening. I don't know how that's going to happen or how that's going to affect major things, but thankfully, the United States is not funding it like we were and just throwing money at it, that we're actually making people step up. So that's kind of the interesting one going on, that one. So hopefully that helps on that. They give high school kids high school diplomas without the kids qualifying for them. Yeah, actually, a lot of kids now can't even read. They can't even read past the third grade level. I heard about one, I think it was in Tennessee. This kid graduated like a 3.4 GPA or something, but he couldn't read. And the parents are actually suing the school district because he can't read. But he had a good grades because he could get through it and he could do it. So that was an interesting one. Repeal the Federal Reserve Act. Yeah, that would be interesting. Lunatic, I'm a veteran general. Shinsky stated in 2009 there would be no homeless veterans. Then the population exploded. That's sad to hear, actually. I mean, that's really sad that, and that is an issue overall. I don't want to hate Michael Jackson. I saw with Epstein at a pick. Yeah, Anton, I saw that one too. I mean, you got Michael Jackson, you got Mick Jagger. I mean, if you're a celebrity, right, and you spend any time with Diddy or with Epstein, and you're kind of like, hey guys, can you like be quiet about this and not bring me up? Like, I mean, I would be mad if I did all that stuff. All that stuff happened when you started giving out participation awards, all your kids doing stupid. Exactly. Yep. Thanks, Frank. Exactly right. Yeah. Homeschool, that's going to be, I think actually, Mark Trav, I think homeschool is going to be explosive after this. I think more and more families after COVID, shut down everything and everybody had to go home and parents started realizing what kids were learning. And then you got all the teachers that want to push their own agendas and their own opinions on our kids and not teach math and reading and writing and all that. Parents started waking up saying, yeah. So I think homeschool, there's going to be a lot more benefits to it, a lot easier to do. And I think we're going to see an explosion of the number of people being homeschooled. So let's pacify our kids and give them all participation awards. I know, Frank. Yeah, I mean, that was the biggest problem is, hey, you did your best. Let's still go for ice cream. Even though you lost, you got your butt kicked. Let's go for ice cream. It's okay. Next time you'll get them. You'll do better. I mean, or not even, as long as you try your best. I hate that. I think what's happening in Iran will cause a collapse of their government. Again, I'm not really an international guy, but I've been seeing a lot about Iran, all the protests that they're having in the streets, the marches. I mean, the fact that you literally can get killed just by protesting, but they're doing it anyway. Will it change anything? I don't know. I don't know if it'll change anything, but or collapse. But it certainly is an interesting thing to watch. What's their monetary? Is it real or something? RIAL or EL, something like that. But the collapse of that and the money going forward. Again, not my expertise, but anyway, that's what I'm looking at. Jim D, yeah, the dollar has been the weakest major currency in 2025. What's it mean to everyday Americans? You know what? I would love to learn more about that. I think I'm going to bring you in one of these days. We'll do that. Lunatic, thanks for liking and subscribing. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you just joined my channel, we're hitting 20 minutes. Please like and subscribe. I'm on my march to 500. I was trying to get there by the end of the year, and I only have so much time left. So anyway, thanks for doing that. I appreciate it. My heroes are my police. And yes, yep, exactly. So thanks, Mark. My heroes are police, fire, and military. And I 100% agree with you on that one. Yeah, my daughter's military, so that's cool. I'm excited about that. But yeah, whenever I see police, though, just I try and go out of my way just to be nice, maybe buy their meal or coffee or whatever they're doing. Usually it's free. Thankfully, around here we like them too. But I agree. I definitely agree on that one. Joe Walsh for president, Howard. Joe Walsh. Oh, I'm gonna date myself. I know he's a singer or guitarist. Now I still can ask. But hey, Mark Travis, I'm anti-vax for myself. Yeah, I never got vaxxed. I never even got nothing. I just no. Much simpler. Yep. Frank, my kids are going to be taught in a Christian environment, a private Christian academy. Yes. I mean, and I think that they will rise. More and more Christian schools will be coming out. Yep. Lunatic. Got it. Are you Western Canadian state succession? Are you for Western Canadians? That came up, Mako, the other night about the funny thing, how it started was we wanted to give Minnesota to Canada. And the whole idea was, hey, let's bring back, we'll take the Western Canada over here and do that. So is that even, I mean, I know they were talking about it. Can that even possible? I don't know the logistics of all of that. I mean, that'd be great to bring the Western Canada so we could get to Alaska kind of thing, build our own roads and do all that. I don't know if that's a thing. That would be fun though. I mean, the resources, the minerals, all that stuff would be great for America. And I just, Canada's Canada. I'm surprised we allow them to still be a country, but no, I'm kidding about that. We have some Canadians watching this. It's terrible out here in the state of California. Yes, Frank. Actually, I went to San Bernardino, Cal State San Bernardino. That's where I went. I was a Coyote. I went there. I left there in 2020, right in August 2020 at the height of COVID because I couldn't take it anymore. And I had to move to a free state. So yeah, sorry if you're still there, Frank. Where exactly are you in California? I mean, just north, south, or whatever, what area? Just curious. Don't tell me exactly, but yeah. Go Alberta, do it. Yeah, exactly. The real, okay, yeah, RIAL, right, Mark. That's the nomination, the money in Iran. Yeah, thanks for. I knew I was close on that one. Look us Gen X folks. We could teach millennials. Yeah, we could definitely. The problem, would they listen? No, that's the issue. Could we teach them? Yeah. We teach them every day, Mark, if they're paying attention. Yeah. David Thompson, if Iran gets rid of the illegal occupation of Islam, Iran would prosper and become a valued ally. That would be a huge switch, wouldn't it? I mean, that would be amazing. Hopefully, we'll see what happens on that one. So, Silver Rocks. Howard, are you talking about investing in silver? Is that what you're talking about? Balloonstick, I'm trying to gather YouTube channels together for a coalition against the propagandists. Hey, Lunatic Libertarian, I think you and I would get along just fine, so that's pretty good. Frank, I am law enforcement father, and I suspect our law enforcement, and I assume suspect means respect, and I respect our law enforcement, our military. Yeah, so very cool. Anyway, if you're the father, thank your kids. Appreciate that. The Eagles, right? It was the Eagles. Joe Walsh, thank you. Nice T-shirt. Thanks. God bless you. Thank you. Don't ignore what? I'm not even saying, I don't even know what you're saying. I'm ignoring you because I don't know what that means. I wasn't sure if that was even a language. So, was it the muscle professor? I don't even know what you're talking about on that one. Slovakia, hope 20. Okay. Yeah. So, Anita Jobby, Happy New Year to all. Thank you. Yes, from Slovakia. Very cool. I hope 26 treats you better. It's happier, healthier, prosperous, above all, more blessed. Very cool. Thanks for being here. Yeah, if you just get jumping for the first time, you just found me for whatever reason, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 by the end of the year, so that's always cool. Lunatic, Americans have lost the accountability to their own survival. The convenience and abundance has created an illusion of security. Man, it's almost like you make a t-shirt about that or something. I mean, that's a good statement there. The muscle professor, you keep saying the same thing. I still don't know what that is. I'm not sure if you want to say it again because I don't know what that means, but okay. Howard, my wife did daycare for 39 years. I don't see you well. I don't, trying hard to read that, but yeah, I'm assuming we're on the same thing. So you're in the Inland Empire, Frank. Okay, then yeah, that's where I was from. I mean, I like I said, I went to Cal State San Bernardino. I lived in Paris and I lived in Moreno Valley. So if you're in Southern California, San Bernardino County, I mean, that's Riverside County, I should say, but San Bernardino County, like I said, I went to Cal State San Bernardino. So yeah, I lived right about there. Good times. I was back 96 to 2000. That's for my years when I went to college. So can I get a B-Day shout out? Well, sure you can, Smoke Burn. Happy birthday. Very cool. Confidence. I respect all my law enforcement. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. They're self-confident. I thought so too. Or no, you're welcome. Welcome to the channel. Mako Shark, I have to go and celebrate this evening. You earned my sub. Hey, all right. Thanks, Mako Shark. I do appreciate that. Yeah, enjoy the new year. I wasn't sure how many people were going to be on this thing and all that stuff. So your wife just made dinner. That's cool. Yeah, I graduated high school at 80. Is that 84? 84. Yeah. All right. All right, Mark Travis. Appreciate it. Yeah, go get that dinner. And Happy New Year to you. I appreciate the sub. So thanks a lot again. So again, we're at 25 minutes. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to march out to 500 subscribers. But Frank, yes, sir, I liked and subbed. Also, thank you, Frank Aguilar. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Man, that's cool. That's really cool. So what else you guys want to talk about? I mean, a couple subjects came up. Did I miss one? I wonder if I missed a subject somewhere in there. The UN, we talked about that a little bit. We talked about Iran. I feel like I wanted to go back to one. We talked about Epstein. Epstein. I said it earlier. Maybe you guys weren't here for that. You sub quick on your feet. Thanks a lot, Howard. I appreciate that, Howard. Thanks for doing it. Libertarian. What's the biggest lacking that we have in training our youth? Lunatic. I think the biggest thing lacking is exactly what you were talking about. It's being the ability to use your hands. And actually, not only that, the ability to use your mind to understand what you're trying to do and take the time to do it. Because I got so many kids who want to, like, something breaks or whatever, and they're just like, it's broken. And they throw it away, or they just go around it. They don't like take the time to say, hey, I can probably fix this if I just thought about it for 5 minutes. That's my take. I would say so. I think the biggest thing of training is the ability to make kids help themselves, if that makes sense. I hope that's come on, sir. But anyway, what's big? So that's what I'm thinking lacking on that one. I don't use the word education. We need to get back to training. Yes. Wisdom comes from failure. You know, Linda, you're right. And you basically, the old saying, you learn nothing from winning. You learn everything from losing. That's why I kind of think of the same thing you're talking about on there one. Back to training would be good. Yeah, do bring back the shop classes, bring back hands-on technology, hands-on stuff that they can do it. So when they go out on their own, they don't have to call mom or dad or somebody else, and they don't quit. They just do it. Yeah, I agree with that one. Frank, I think instilling I think that says installing. I think installing a strong moral ethics and also bringing back trade schools, teaching them a trade skill. Yes, 100%. Yep, agreed. Frank, so are you in general lack discipline and accountability? Is that for the kids? Frank, you lost me on that one, I think. I'm trying to read through the lines right there, but definitely discipline and accountability. I'm all for that, yes, especially accountability. I mean, discipline, it is what it is, but accountability, you've got to do that. Hey, Will's 35. Welcome to the chat. We need to go backwards to move forward. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Make shop classes great again. Hey, there's a good hat right there. That'd be a fun hat for a professor or something, or a teacher or whatever else that does that. Agreed. Hey, Frank, our youth lack discipline. Okay. Our youth lack discipline and responsibility or accountability, whichever you choose. Yeah. Yeah. And again, I think one thing is there's too many parents out there that just want to be friends with their kids. I think that's a big issue we have is, oh, that's my new best friend or whatever. And they forget that they're the parent that has to hold them accountable and has to discipline them. It's never the kid's fault if they mess up, if you're older and, if you screwed up, did you get your butt whooped by your dad or your mom or something like that? Or did you say, oh, no, it's not my kid's fault, of course. My kid's perfect. It must have been the other thing's fault. And that's where I think we're at right now. So are you trained in nutrition, physical fitness, the sciences, nature? Yep. That's what you're trained in, Lunatic? Or are you saying that's for other people? I'm not sure. You look great, teacher. Self-confidence. Thanks. Yes, you're right. You hit the nail on the head. Thank you. All right. Good, Frank. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, just the way it is. It's easier to be friends with everybody than it is to be the bad guy. If your kids don't hate you, you're doing something wrong. Yeah, Lunatic. I agree. I had a long talk. So my kids are now 21 and 24. And when they turned 18 and when they went off to college as well, I sat them down. I said, listen, I know I haven't been great for the last 18 years. But that's why, I told them, went through the whole thing about why I haven't been great. And I said, we're going to change a corner because now you can screw up. And if you screw up, it's on you, not on me. Now I'll help you. I'll do my best for you, but it's on you. And so we had this long, long talk about that, and they understood, and thank God bless them. They're doing good. They're doing fantastic. So that's very cool. I deleted Instagram this morning. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. But Howard, looking forward to getting membership. I'd join. Yeah. Very cool. Thanks, Howard. Yeah, but that's kind of where it is. That's kind of, but hey, we just hit 30 minutes. So guys, if you haven't liked or subscribed, please, I'm on my march to going to 500. We started at 466. So we'll see what happens. All right, Frank, you were very hard on your son. When I said hard, I mean, I was very strict. Yep. But I don't regret it. He's turned out to be a fine young man. Now he's a San Bernardino County Sheriff. He's a San Bernardino County Sheriff. Congratulations. That's awesome. I actually wanted to be a police officer, and I applied with the county sheriff and I didn't make it. So I partied a little too much in college at that point, but anyway, God bless him. Make sure he stays safe. I mean, that's great. That's great. Trying to think who the sheriff is in San Bernardino. I know Chad Bianco is running for governor of California. So I remember when Chad got it, I was living there when Chad got elected. I actually backed the other guy because I didn't know Chad and I knew the other sheriff. That's Riverside County. And when Chad took over, I know I talked to a few of the sheriff's deputies, and they all said basically Bianco was the real deal. He was the man's, the officer's man and that kind of thing. Everybody liked him, and obviously he's done great in Riverside, and now he's running for governor. So if you're living in California, you don't know who Chad Bianco is, take a listen. He's got a big giant mustache. That he's the Riverside County Sheriff, but. Anyway, thanks to the San Bernardino County Sheriff. I've never lost my thirst for knowledge. My public education indoctrinated in knowledge is power. Yep, 100%. Frank, Shannon is the sheriff. Shannon is the sheriff for San Bernardino. Okay, Bianco is the sheriff for Riverside. Yeah, I don't know who Shannon is. I never met them. Hopefully, him or her doing great. So, Frank, I'm at Chad. He was at our graduation in Redlands. What? You were where? Graduation in Redlands? The University of Redlands, UCR? Or what? Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, Lunatic. It's funny, actually, I'll do this real quick. Let me turn my green screen off. Hey, Lunatic, you're going to love this. All right, here you go. This is for you. My unveiling right there. There you go. That's my back. Oop, there you go. So anyway, here's my books. Here's my Elon poster. I put him up last night, but, ta-da. So, library, you want to talk about doing stuff? There you go. I try just so you guys know, and try and do things. I always try and read 3 books at one time. And the 3 books, there's going to be a fiction, a nonfiction, and some kind of biography. That's my thing. It just depends on what mood I'm in. Usually the nonfiction is something about building my business or some kind of education, something or other, some motivational book. Even though I'm kind of slowing on that, just because I don't have really a business anymore because I've sold them all and done things. So it's one of those things where, it is what it is. Rocket Man, you prefer the Learning Center? Oh man. All right. I'll bring it back here in a little bit, but yeah. The Intelligent Man, reading is good. Yeah. Reading is, I mean, if you don't read, you're no better than the person that can't read. So I was just trying to take my time either before bed or right after, waiting for my wife to wake up. Just trying to take the moment just to read. So I lear something. Hey, Pedro Garcia. Hello. Welcome to the chat. Self-comment, Nicholas Tesla. I don't know much about it. I know the basics. I mean, I know that he was out there. I think he died penniless too, for that matter. I mean, his stuff never did anything when he was alive. So I thought that was interesting, but I don't know a lot overall about him. But reading is fundamental. Yes, reading is fundamental. That's good. I like that. Reading is part of the learning process. Rocket Man, you're just throwing that in there every time. I love it. That's funny. Good wordplay. All right, Pack from FYCB, welcome to the chat. I'm not good at reading. Is butt cheeks one word or should they be spread apart? That's a good one. I like that one. That's pretty funny. All right, best guy on the web right here, right now. Is that me, Howard? I appreciate it. Lunatic Librarian, he's covered AC voltage. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say discovered. Discovered is the right word for that. Yep, exactly. Control is what you got to work on too. So yeah, for sure. So anyway, I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, if you haven't liked to subscribe, I'm getting some good willies going for it. I love it. So thanks, guys, for the support. That's really cool. And the laugh gets a like. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm going to stop laughing now. I'm going to stop doing that. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate it. That's cool. All right. What other subjects you got going on? You want to talk about stories from the year? We're talking about one of the things I got this list. This list was the biggest headlines, landmark events to major headlines. A lot happened in 2025. Below is a non-exhaustive list of some of the stories that stood out this year. Good painting of Elon. You like that? Can you guys read that? I'm not sure if it's right, but it says optimism, pessimism, F that, we're going to make it happen. Elon Musk. I don't know if he actually said that, but I saw that somewhere and I bought it. So anyway, we talk about games. Back on your back. Not sure what that means, but all right. What are your thoughts on Venezuela? I say it's about oil, or is it about drugs, or is it about land grab or regime change? I think it's about a little bit of all of that, actually. I did a video not too long ago about the drug boats being blown up, and my whole idea was the name of the title is, let's see, actually, what is the name of the title? The name of the title was What the Military Can Do Better in regard of that. And it was one of those things where they're not coming across the way it should be, that they're just blowing a boat up. I mean, so often you see like this 3 to 4 second clip of a boat and then it's blown up and that's it. I want to slow down, no, hey, this is what we did. This is what's on the boat. This is the amount of drugs that we're blowing up and not allowing to come into the country to to poison our kids. You're looking at all those details so people can't say, oh my God, they're fishermen in the middle of the ocean just minding their own business. No, they're bringing drugs. So the regime change, Maduro, again, I'm a more of a national guy, not international, but it is interesting to see, because the drugs are affecting us, because the oil is benefiting China, it's hard for the United States to police the world, but being that they're so close, that might be a good for them. It might be the good thing on that one. So that's my thoughts on it. It's I don't know if it's a land grab. I don't think it's a land grab. I mean, why? But maybe. I've only literally read one book ever, and it has been Red Fern Grows. Okay. Yep. Well, never too late to start. I hope the sand oil in California, we need it. We got 3 refineries shutting down in April. I heard that Chevron got up and left and went to Texas. Yeah, I heard the 3 thing. God, the price of gas. What's the price of gas there? Still $4 or $5. I mean, we're here in Tennessee. We're paying $2.10, or it's going to be less than $2.10 here pretty quick. So, Nappy Jew Queer. Okay. All right. Hobo Daisy Chain. Welcome to the chat, I think. Venezuela sitting on a sea of oil. We must have it. Yeah. Let's talk about America first on all matters. Yeah, I agree, Howard. I agree on that one. I buy Chevron gasoline. It's about $5.50. So $5.50. You're paying $5.50 in Chevron. That is crazy. I liked it. It's never too late to start. Read a book called God is Not Great by Christopher Hitchens. All right. 6 Buzz. Was it good? I don't know. Attitude of Big People with Phillips 66 closing the refinery, and also Chevron Colors in their winery. And we got 2 others closing in April. We're screwed. Yeah, I agree. 220. I was just in North Texas, actually, RPG. I drove through Amarillo. I actually hit a deer. If you watch one of my stories, my video I did a couple weeks ago, I did a cross-country trip from Tennessee to Southern California. And when I went out there, I went to Dallas. I went through Dallas and went down the 20, down to the 10 and across. And when I came back, I came 40 and back there. And I actually went to Bob Wills's place in Turkey, Texas. So I know exactly what was up there in North Texas. So that's funny. I don't know exactly where you're from, but... Truth Between Lines and Lies. Have you ever read the Quran? No, I have never read the Quran, and I'm certainly not going to. So Happy New Year from Dublin, Ireland. Yes, you actually it already is 2026 there. So, hey, Johnny boy, thanks for coming here. Appreciate the chat. Am I religious? In my own personal way. So again, that's one of the other subjects I don't really talk about openly, but I do have my God. I do love Jesus Christ, and I pray very, very often. So $5.50 gasoline in California. Your truck okay? No, I hit that deer. No, I totaled it. I was actually driving my wife's Cadillac. Nailed it. I got video. Look at the video. Watch that. It's my, it's got me in a map on the top. Oh, it's called the open road. No, I nailed this thing. I was doing 70 miles an hour, man. I tell you, I didn't brake. I didn't turn. I saw it and then boom, I hit it. And I even looked at my wife. I'm like, I think we just hit a deer. I think it maybe bounced off. I thought we're all right. And then all of a sudden, it started steaming and coming up, and the radiator was shot, and the bumper was gone. And I'm like, crap. So I pulled over. No, the car is still there. It was a Cadillac XT5 is what it was. And I tell you, the airbags didn't deploy. Nothing happened to us. I had my dog sitting on the center console it's a little dog where she always sits. It was crazy. But yeah, that thing, no, that deer didn't make it. Let's put it that way. Gasoline is going to be double, maybe even triple in California. Watch in April. It's going to hit the fence. Oh, God. Frank, sadly, I agree. I mean, that's sad. That's real sad. Rocket Man, criminals should be mandated to attend the Leering Center for Rehabilitation. That's a good one. I like that one, Rocket Man. Gas rates in the country are only offset by state tax. Yeah. Yep. God bless. I'm glad you're okay. Thank you, RPG. I appreciate that. Yeah. What an experience, man. Side of the road. It was funny. I had about 5 law people come up. So state troopers pulled up. They were the first. And then I had the local guys come out. Then I had the sheriffs there too. Like they all just had a little thing. I guess what happened was the road I was on is 70 miles an hour. That was the speed limit. It's a little two lanes on both sides, divided median. And there was some bar down the way or whatever. It's a really notoriously like bad bar. And it was 7:45 at night. And they were waiting for people to either go there or come out of there, and they were just going to bust them for all kinds of illegal stuff. So it was pretty interesting. Gas rates in the country. Yep. Okay, I missed that one. California, we have added access charges to our gas tax. Yep. That's why it's so expensive. But now with the refineries closing, we have to import more oil. God, isn't that crazy? Yeah. I mean, the taxes are out of control because I think if it's been a while since I looked at it, but it was like, the price of gas, obviously, but then you got tax and then tax and then tax and then tax because you're always just you keep adding to it. And whenever more money needs to be raised, you basically say, hey, let's just put it on the gas tax. And then your push for electric cars too. That is crazy. The fact that Newsom wants to electrify the entire thing, but yet can't keep the lights on in the middle of the summer, all the rolling blackouts, all the brownouts. And they want everybody to electrify everything, including get rid of gas stoves. They want electric stoves as well. It's just not feasible. You just can't do it. In that video that I did a lot about, not a lot, but I did some about the windmills going through there through Palm Springs and that kind of thing. And then, of course, you got all the solar fields. They're just everywhere. And there's acres and acres and miles of solar, but they don't power anything. I mean, that's the problem is they don't generate enough reliable power. The sun goes down, you can't use solar. The wind stops blowing, you can't use wind. But that's it. I mean, I don't know what California's thinking. They should be building nuclear reactors more like Seabrook not Seabrook. Seabrook's New Hampshire. No, maybe it was. Anyway, nuclear power plants everywhere because of all that. So I don't know. Go back to this real quick. Our state also has the strictest gas cleaning. We have to go from a winter blend to a summer blend. Yep. And it's very expensive. Exactly. All houses that are being made have to have electric, no more gas. Exactly. No more gas. I mean, the United States has so much natural gas that we should be taking advantage of that, but we're not because they want to do that. So, but yeah, that fossil fuels is the way to go. Yeah. JD Dula, but it's the only way to go right now. That's it. I mean, they've tried everything, but they just can't get away from it because there's nothing better. So here in California, we have oil, but the state doesn't want us to drill. I say drill, baby, drill. Yeah, exactly. Well, the Keystone Pipeline reopening and all that was big. And it was funny. I remember back in 2020 when Biden actually, supposedly won, all of the refineries and stuff involved with the Keystone XL Keystone Pipeline were like, yeah, we're just going to wait until the next president, and then we'll figure it out. And I thought that was just funny. And here we are. And sure enough, what Trump do on day one? Drill, baby, drill. Thanks, Frank. The last time I drove to California, I fueled up south of Sacramento. Gas was about $4.80. Yeah. Texas fuel was about $2.80. Yeah. I got over 5 miles on one tank of gas when I normally get $3.80 on miles on Texas fuel. Interesting. Well, you were opening it up though, too. I mean, you got to remember, I don't know how much you drive, but once you get to a certain point, you clean out that engine, you get a lot better gas mileage going that way. And depends on what wind was blowing, but 100% agree. All right, Frank, but in California, all our oil is important. We don't have a pipeline that gives us oil. Yeah. Well, number one, you need a pipeline for that. Number two, you need a pipeline for water because that's the issue you're running into too. You got so many new houses, like what? They haven't built a reservoir since like the 1960s or something like that. And the fact that you got the population growth and all these homes and you have no water. That's the issue. The Salton Sea, that thing's evaporating left and right. I mean, granted, it was never even a real sea. It was created because of the Colorado River busted a dam. But, it's still important kind of thing to have down there in the desert down there, and you're losing it. So I would build a pipeline of the Salton Sea and start pumping things in there and be better on that one. But anyway, there's that. Rocket Man, forcing everyone to rely on the same power grid is. Sorry, you went back too quick. Grid is only asking for trouble. Same with gambling. Yep. Agree with that. Lunatic, energy is free if you understand anything about frequencies. Interesting, and I don't. So there's that. Frank, Gavin Newsom, Karen Bassett. Yeah, they know that we need to build more reservoirs, but they don't. They won't do it. They let all the rainwater go in. They do. I don't understand it. I don't get that. Okay. Well, Grant, welcome to the chat, I guess. Water will be the new gold. Yep. Agreed, Howard, on that one. Greetings from Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Is that a real place there, young? Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Pennsylvania. They won't build a desalination plant on the beach because they say it will ruin their view, but we need water. Yeah. It's expensive, though, for desalination plants. It's expensive on that one, but, I mean, at a certain point, I mean, the world's, 80% water, and we can't do anything with it. So agreed on that one. Anyway, we just hit 45 minutes in this chat. If you don't mind, if you haven't already, please hit the like, please hit the subscribe button. I'm on my march to 500. Want to hit it by the end of the year, which is going away right now. But anyway, into 2025. So it is the name of my town. Okay. All right. They had the water. Lanston, are you talking about the fires too? Is that what you're talking about? Is it Latchden? I don't know, but appreciate that. I'm going to take a look at that. I want to see what Pennsylvania looks like. Holy crap. Is that really the name? It really is the name. Intercourse, Pennsylvania. I thought you were kidding with me. Okay, so I learned something new. There is a Intercourse, Pennsylvania, is an unincorporated community in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Yeah, okay. The village of Intercourse. I guess I can say Intercourse. Population of 1494 as of what day that was. But Amish culture, sexually as the name and appearance in movies such as Witness and For Richer or Poor. All right. Well, welcome to the chat from Intercourse, Pennsylvania. I thought you were messing with me. Thank you. I learned something. So, all right. I want to see all the shelved technology that have not been implemented. Yeah, agreed. You lunatic, what? They had an engine that ran on water. I mean, was that real? Or that, I don't know. A conspiracy theory? I'm not sure. My Malibu burnt down and Altadena burnt down. We didn't have water. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, yeah. How do you manage out in Cali? Exactly, Howard. God, I'm glad I left. Let's put it that way. I moved there in 96. And I went to high school. I grew up in New Hampshire, a small town in southern New Hampshire. If anybody here from New England. And I moved in 96 to get away from that small town. I wanted to go to California. Beverly Hills 90210 was the cool show that everybody watched. And it got all the blondes and the palm trees and all that stuff. So I decided to go to Southern California to live that life. Actually, I got my Tony Hawk right here too. Funny, believe it or not. But I went to Southern California for that. And then I basically raised two kids almost to 18. We left when almost 16, but it got out of there. So anyway, that's my life story. There you go. How do you manage? Okay, so East Coast Cat. I've heard a lot of food plants and major industries are lobbying to make their motors hydrogen. Yeah, if that could be possible. I don't know. Look up Israel Iron Beam. Yeah, no, I've heard a little bit about the beam. Again, I'm not an international guy, but if it's cracked up to what it says it's going to be, I mean, the cost, the fact that you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about shells or debris falling down, other than the missile, of course, but falling down too. So I think if the iron beam, the Iron Dome is exactly what it's built for, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. So suddenly, look, they do exist. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh wait, what'd you say? Totally real. I missed that one. Water. Okay, lunatic. Yeah, water fan vehicle. Yes, absolutely real. The 70 mile per gallon carburetor is totally real. Really? Yeah. Most of those brilliant minds were silenced by the end of these. Agreed. Yeah. How does that get out? You know what I mean? Like, how do you drop that information somehow? When and how? It's going to take that one guy. The car ran on water. Yeah, Frank, I said that exactly right. He went and got it, patented it, and then the powers that beat him killed him. Exactly. It's great. Crazy. Jim Keller, man. Hey. That is the Jim Keller, right? Hey, Jim, thanks for checking in, buddy. I missed you. I haven't had breakfast with you at the Black Bear Diner. But anyway, good to see you. All right, very cool. We got to talk soon. Now we just got to worry about the Hawaii catching fire on beachfront property. Yeah, that was crazy, right? It was blue, right? The blue roofs. Nuts, man, how that Hawaii thing. And then everybody just kind of they stopped talking about it. That was the interesting thing. Mohammed, welcome back. Hey, Mohammed from Yemen. He's checking in. Actually, I wonder if you're going to join in this thing. Man, you're on YouTube too much. I think you are. Anyway, just came back to the hotel. I'm in Berlin. Oh, you're in Berlin, Germany now. We just celebrated New Year by the Berlin gates. 43 minutes into 226. It's not looking good, guys. Stay in 25. Don't fall for the trap. All right, everybody just stop. Hey, Mohammed. Hey, welcome back, buddy. Him and I have some good talks. Like I said in the beginning, you know, some of the people from outside the United States are asking me questions and we're asking them, and Mohammed's in there. So welcome. I'm glad you're safe. Make sure you go to bed or whatever you're going to do. But all right, back to the libertarian electric vehicles have been around since 1890s. Yeah, that'd be good. East Coast, Nikola Tesla. Yeah. I mean, we need to look at that more. But Frank, the guy who invented the car that ran on water, it was silenced, and then the FBI took all his equipment and raided him. Okay, Frank, I agree with you 100% that happened. Why can't anybody else recreate it and do it again? And why is it only one guy that figured it out? I mean, you figure all the stuff with all the technology we have in 2012. I mean, he did that a long time ago, right? It's maybe 100 years ago. Why can't we do it again? And it's certainly not me. I'm not that guy, but I don't know. So many innovations have been suppressed. Yeah, Howard agreed. Tesla did also worked on resonating geomagnetic energy and catching that to produce free roaming. Okay, so I think Libertarian was talking about that last time. I think he was talking about the geomagnetic energy briefly earlier. But yeah, agreed. If you're an inventor, do not patent your invention or the government will find out about it and they'll come for you. Yeah, yep, exactly. It's been recreated, and that guy did it in Cadillac STS. He disappeared too. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Good question. I think a lot of inventors are afraid. I mean, they're tinkering in the garage and come out with inventions, but they don't want to pattern it, get killed. Yeah. I mean, if that's the fear, that's real sad. Let's put it that way. But then, if Elon Musk could do it, he could hire enough protection to cover himself, I think, but I don't know. Frank, what about the madman Mark? When he made his little time machine, he's real. Yeah. Your chatters are smart cats. Yeah, they are, Howard. See, that's why I love doing the chats. You learn something. I learned so much. I learned about Intercourse, Pennsylvania. So it hurts their bottom dollar. Yeah, could. He was on Art Bell radio show. Interesting. Elon Musk bought Tesla. He didn't invent it. Yes. Yeah. Agreed. And you wonder what he actually bought. So lunatic, yeah, you wonder what he actually bought with Tesla. Could he have gotten the patents or whatever, even the ideas, the drawings, the sketches? Could he have come across that? Anyway, give me a minute here. I'm going to take a drink. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so Elon Smart standing on the shoulders of the inventors. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Last one, where did Elon get so much money from? Emerald mines in Africa or inheritance? I think his parents were rich, weren't they? I think that could be completely wrong on that. Elon Musk, the subsidies queen, he owes us billions. Coming from you, yeah, I can see that. Lunatic. What did Elon do before buying Tesla? PayPal. Didn't Elon do PayPal? I think that's what he did. I think his big start was PayPal. Yeah, his parents are rich. I thought so. So thanks, Frank. And then he started PayPal, and then I think he sold PayPal in order to buy other stuff, and he just kept going. Person that talks bullshit and brainwashes your viewers. Hey, Vladdy Daddy. I'm not sure what I'm doing as far as type to talk bullshit. So maybe fill me in. Is that a picture of who's that picture of? I can't. It's too small for me to read. Not sure what I do, but all right, sounds good. We're actually just having a good chat about anything and everything. So whatever you think. Elon doesn't have any qualification. He just bought them. Well, yeah, but he's got motivation. So thank you for that intro. You're welcome. I don't know. You just seem like one of those. Okay, well, maybe I'll change your mind then, Vladdy. I don't know. Maybe I won't change your mind. Maybe I don't care. So you decide. Give it a minute. Don't just jump on here and do it. But if you are joining me for the first time, just checking this out, please like and subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a ton. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year, which again is ticking away. But like Mohammed said, man, 2026 is already there on the eastern side of the world, but we're going on that one. So we'll see what happens. So that's a picture. Okay, there's a picture of Putin. I couldn't tell. It's like minute, small. So yeah, Trouble between is that right? The trouble between is that right? Howard, you lost me on that one. Maybe check back in. Your daddy Putin is a trip. He was talking to the Korean buddy about body parts and living forever. Yeah. Lunatic, I can talk vehicles, technology, and politics forever. Yeah. I agree, especially with the things you said you did. I mean, yeah, I could all your welding and everything too. So, yeah, agreed. And that's the good thing. It's about having chats. It's about having a guy like Vladdy come on here who thinks you're one thing and judges you for I don't know, if the first second he looks at you and, hey, why don't you just stick around and pay attention and then make your decision? But anyway, hey, Mohammed, just mentioned you. There's a guy called Julian Brown. He produces oil and diesel from plastic waste in his backyard. If he stops posting or disappears, we know why. You can add him to the homework. All right, so Julian Brown. Okay. All right, I will add it to my homework. I am looking for homework, by the way. So topics, things you want to see coming up in 2026. I still got to look up the KGB author Yuri Bezmenov. I didn't have a chance to look him up, but anyway, thanks, Mohammed. All I see is a man having an open discussion that has an American shirt on. Yep, loud and proud. Got my kids and my sub. It cost me nothing but a few moments of my time. Thanks, Lashton. Appreciate that for like and subscribe. I do. Why do they call the welding torch a wand? Because we are all Mr. Okay, is that true, Lunatic? That's funny. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Let's see. Howard, just making sure of your channel name. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. Frank, I'm going to. Oh, Julianne Brown? Or is it Julian or Julianne? I don't know. Well, I'll search both, but whatever. So Julie or Ann. Okay. All right. Hey, Clay Dustin Dirt, welcome back. Hey, buddy. Hey, said hi. Great, cool. Hey, Clay. Good. It is funny to see a bunch of people come back, multiple nights and everything else to come on the channel. So I appreciate you guys. That's awesome. So Muhammad's on here and Clay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think that's it. But yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is it Julie? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that I don't know. Frank Gallagher. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Thanks for coming to the chat. I must go, but I hope to return. Depends on the amount of wild hogs outside. Is that right? Hey, last time, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on, and make sure you like and subscribe. I think you already did, but anyway, good to have you on here. Have a good night. Happy New Year, okay? But yeah, as we kind of cycle through people, as they come on here, we're hitting 56 minutes. Please like and subscribe. I do appreciate it, and we'll do that. You will certainly grow. Thanks, Howard. Thanks a lot. Frank, good talk. See you next time. Oh, you leaving too, Frank? All right, see you later. Oh, now it's going too quick. Frank Gallagher, the Israel Falcon photo is one of the best publicly available shots showing exactly what a turbine collision looks like, in case you didn't know, buddy. I did not know. So the Israeli Falcon. Okay. Hope you're not messing with me, but I'll look that up. So Israeli Falcon. And that's the engine? No, you said the engine? Yeah. Turbine. Yeah. All right. I am looking for ideas, research, maybe potential videos and stories. So, you subscribed, so I was interested. You came back, Clay. So thanks. I appreciate it. I'm glad I was interested. It's not me. It's you guys. You guys are actually doing all the talking. It's fun. Look up LIFI, data transmitted by light frequencies, transmittal via light emitting diode. Okay. 5G communications, autonomous vehicles. Okay. Now you're giving me too big of a list. I can't do that much. Continental Corp, build all. But I will look up the LIFI and then data transmit. Well, data transmitted by light frequencies. I mean, you're still talking, we have that now, though, right? With the cords, with the optical cord. Maybe I'm saying that wrong, but I forget. Anyway, I thought we already had that. Put it that way. Happy to good. Yep. Thank you. Good. Cool. Must picture. Thank you, Frank Gallagher. Thanks. Appreciate that. Do you ever argue why Trump waited so long to run for president? No. Michael Chartman, welcome to the chat. Interesting question. You're a very patient man, Jim. No, I never thought about why he waited so long. I remember that the old Oprah thing where he, talked about maybe one day he'll do it and everything else. I don't know. I think he had a lot of crap going on in his life. I mean, he had young kids and stuff, but now, of course, they're older, except for Tiffany. Well, Tiffany's still older, but yeah, it's an interesting question. No, I never thought about, why. I don't know. Good question, though. They're all tied together. LFI is wireless. Okay, so you're talking about wireless stuff going through optics. Interesting. All right, Frank, a lot of that we already have and is built by Daryl's. Daryl's, yeah. Skylar, welcome to the chat, I think. I'm not sure you're accurate on that one, but all right, fine. Of course, we're all dying at that point. Sun is local and close. Darhap, I don't know what that is. Am I supposed to research Darhap, Frank? So, Howard, these small channels are when free exchange happens. Yep, I agree, Howard. I agree. And, that's why I love it. It's just try and talk and just trying to herd cats for that matter. But that's why you can feel the heat. $25. $25 sign is local and close. All right, $25. I'm not exactly following you, but that's fine. All right. DARPA patents. DARPA. Oh, okay, that's the DARPA patents. DARPA patents. Got it. All right. Give me a list. I'll take a look at that too and look at that. So, hey, as we approach 60 minutes, I keep saying it, but I really appreciate it. Make sure if you just joined me for the first time, please like and subscribe. I am trying to hit 500 by the end of the year. So, and it's slipping away. We are at 477. Cool. Appreciate that, guys. It's 11 from this thing. Awesome. Shut up, Daddy. Stop. It's not work. Debt Collector 09. I'm not sure why you're coming on here, but all right. Who's on your Mount Rushmore personally? Oh, that's interesting. Very cool, Muhammad. Yeah, yeah, you did, lunatic. Yeah. Hi from India. Very cool. All right, Infinity War. Welcome. Infinity War. Is that to Marvel? You making a thing of that? I got a bunch of Captain America stuff back there. Anyway. Fox, okay. I'm sick of all the black. All right, come on. I mean, seriously, we're having a good conversation here, Alias, but all right. Defense Advanced Research Project. Oh, that's what that is? That's what DARPA stands for? Okay. All right, so that was Defense Advanced Research. Okay, that'd be on the ground floor of your channel. Thanks, Howard. Appreciate it. My shop of books. Yeah, these all came from a big thing. I ordered it on Amazon. They all came at one time. It was a big shipment, and I just put them up there. No, I've always read. To be honest with you, if you're being honest with me, Safdar Khan or whatever it is. No, I've always just read. It was it. You know, even when I was in high school and middle school, I just read. That's what I always do. And it relaxes me and I enjoy it. I learn stuff and I just love learning stuff. So that's it. Declare right. Let's see. Ukraine drone attack on Russian president. Is that new? Ukraine drone attack on Russian president? Is that a thing? Look, it's my dumb truck face in the morning. All right, I'm fun. I'm glad you think I'm funny. I'm still not following you on there, Debt Collector, but all right. And look, it's my dumb truck face in the morning. Is that yours? Okay, I'm not sure. Rain. All right. Jesus. Yeah. Please say the following prayer. Okay. Well, I've already accepted Jesus, my Lord and Savior. So anyway, try and keep it off of that so much. You look very intentional. Personalities. Well, thank you, Safdar. I don't know. Yeah. Well, you make me blush. Come on now. Don't do that. DARPA, be careful when you dig into your research, but you will be fascinated by what this organization is doing. Be careful, you might get audited. Yeah. It's like, don't want to do that, Frank. Yeah. No, I probably will. You're my favorite trans man commentator. Oh, well, thank you. As long as somebody's favorite, that's all that matters. That's really just all I care about. So anyway, yeah, welcome. So whatever. Charlie Kirk, yeah. Did I read your chat, Frank? No, did I miss it? Oh, yeah, the DARPA. Yeah, I read it about the organization being careful not to be audited. Yeah, I agree. There are a few things when I get going on, like just down the rabbit hole. I'm always like, oh, is this going to get me, canceled or something like that? I don't know. So yeah, I agree. Bottom surgery. Bottom surgery. No, I'm good there. So come on, K Hall, whatever you are, just whatever. What is your social activities? Got a lot of that. You'll call it national security. You understand? Yeah, exactly. Do you hunt and shoot? I shoot. I don't necessarily hunt per se, other than I shoot out the skunks and the woodchucks I got in my yard because they dig through my beds, but it's crazy. Not God, because real history, Jesus and all real history Muslim is real. Okay, Debt Collector, you're kind of going down the hole where you're about to get booted. So I don't know what you're trying to pull on that one. It's not, yeah, whatever. No, the new one. They'll call it national security, you understand? Yeah, yep. Vile creature, all right, alias name. Do you like Trump? Yes, I like Trump. I don't like Trump. Okay, cool. What is your phone number and do you take calls? No, Frank, I don't. We've had that discussion the last couple of days. I don't theoretically understand how it would all work and the technology and stuff. It's one of those things where I'm just like, I can't, overall. So, yeah, taking calls, maybe somebody down the road, but yeah. Howard, yeah, I agree. One more and that's it. I mean, I don't know. I never met Trump, but I like his administration. Yeah, agreed. Definitely agree on that one. All right, let me take a look. Yeah. Yeah, I hope that someday, I mean, I never even seen him in person or not, but I mean, even before he was president, he was super popular because not only The Apprentice, but all the stuff in New York. It is funny to see Trump when he was so popular. He had all the people at his parties and everybody wanted to be a part of him, part of his life. And then he runs for president and everybody turns on him. So, it's stupid. But I actually like that book that he sent out, all the letters and things, all the nice things people said about him before he even walked down the golden escalator. So anyway, Mohammed, I haven't said this before, but I despise the U.S. The government's not the people. I didn't want to bring this up, but it skipped too quick. But they have done so much horror. Well, Mohammed, man, all right. Sorry to hear that. Steak tomahawk, maybe it's good to be at the barbecue. Night, wives, and son to your family. All right. Well, oh, wait. No, let me look at one thing here. Like Indian food. Do I like Indian food? Probably not because of spices. The spices get me. I'm a ketchup guy. I'll just tell you right now, Infinity War, I am a ketchup guy. I'm almost at the mild sauce at Taco Bell sometimes, but so no, the Indian food, I can't do it. So, hey, Frank, most rappers are non-woke. They swing the other way for common sense. So what's your point? Do you believe rappers are anti-woke? I'm not sure if I specifically said, Frank, rappers per se. Maybe I did, but there were a lot of them. I think even like Snoop Dogg was there, and then Snoop Dogg does this video about shooting Trump. So it was crazy. I don't know, but I'm talking about even like Jay Leno and stuff like that. They have the letters, and I said letters, not rappers, I think. But anyway, I'd like to have a discussion. Easier speaking. I sent my email if you're interested. Thanks, Lunatic. Appreciate it. Very cool. Interested to see if our population stabilizes in 2025 from deports, immigration reform significantly drops housing. Yep. I think we need our population to stabilize. We catch up to. Yeah. Hey, Kyle, welcome to the chat. What exactly is woke? Okay, we can get to that. Well, Mohammed, you said what you had to say. Let me say this. America will take the splinter out of its eye when you take the plank out of your eye. Interesting, Frank. Good, well said, per se. Yeah, Kyle, I actually did a video kind of about that whole thing, about what Trump was doing with illegal aliens, leaving the deportation and all that stuff, because it was one of those things where, if you deport a whole family, that leaves open their house. I mean, you got less people, more housing, supply and demand. It's basic supply and demand. And schools, our biggest thing, we got so many illegal aliens in schools that are going through there. So now we limit the class sizes for that. Everybody says, well, who's going to do the jobs? Who's going to do that? And all that. Well, someone's going to do it. Someone did it before and someone's going to do it now. So look at that. I mean, it's just one of those things. So I agree with you, Kyle, on that one. It's certainly something to look at, even if we just stall and just, not allow any immigration for that matter. Legal obviously is fine, but maybe we just don't do that for a certain time to right the ship and make sure it's all good. So yeah, I agree with that topic. I think we should get rid of the social services altogether, especially in the state of California. Social services, you're talking about like SNAP, or what are you talking about? Depends. I mean, it's a big subject there. No one cares what these TV people say. I agree. Why only CA? Frank was from California. I think Frank was from California. That's why he's talking about that. I'm not in California now. I used to be. Maybe some social service can stay, but we got to do mandatory drug testing. Yeah, yep, agreed. Yeah, mandatory drug testing. And I like the idea of not allowing SNAP recipients to get soda and candy and all that stuff. I mean, I think that it should be your substances, your base, your meats and your vegetables, and that's what you get. You don't like it, then buy your own food. I think that would be a big thing and a big change. Hey, Kyle, our birth rate has been below replacement since the 2000s, but our population grows purely through migration. Yep. I don't think we need constant population growth for constant economic. Agreed. Yeah. I mean, since the baby boomer generation took over, it's kind of just done that. And that's what we're looking at. Frank, are you planning on going full grade with your beard, or you're buying the thing? Let me get back to that. I agree. Why are you buying soda and candy why are you, exactly, Frank. Yeah. Why are you buying that? Frank Gallagher. Oh, so I got Frank Gallagher and Frank Aguilar. Maybe I'm messing that up. I'm sorry. Maybe I might be confusing you guys, if I appreciate it. Hey, Northside, welcome back. Hey, buddy. Yep. Thanks for coming back. It's good to see old friends come back on, even if a couple days old. I don't even care. Am I going full gray? Yeah, I'm going full gray. It sucks. God, I had this great red beard at one time when I was, younger. It was great red, and this is what I got left. And so I shave it now here and I let this grow to kind of grow into it. Yeah, I'm losing. Even my mustache is getting gray. I got gray. Getting old sucks. What are you going to do? But yep. All right. Quailson, drug testing would cause benefits to cost significantly more as opposed to distributing them to everyone who needs them. Yeah, there would be no savings. You know, it's an interesting thing. Although, I mean, you might be right, but the thing would be, if you know you're on drugs and you just wouldn't go walk up and say, "Hey, I need food," because you know you're on drugs. Or would people not be on drugs if they knew that they would lose their food? And so now people just aren't doing drugs. I mean, I know drugs and it's a disease and all that stuff. Don't be wrong, but at the same time, just one of those things. All right, Lunatic, what do you Americans know about nutrition when we have the great American diet? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's terrible. Ginger's rule. All right, Howard. So sarcasm measured. Yep, agreed. Are you a Union or Confederate soldier? Am I a Union or Confederate soldier? That's funny. I don't know. If you weren't using drugs, what are you hiding? If you're not using drugs, you wouldn't have nothing to worry about. Yep. Agreed, Frank. You go too quick. Oh, hey, Stuart Gorham, welcome back. Hey, cool. Man, again, you guys are awesome. All right. Though I support most of Trump's policies, I saw that Bondi and Patel are developing a new list of those they think radical with a wide range for interpretation. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that, Stuart. And Stuart's been on here a few times, so I trust him. I know he's got a lot of stuff going on. I don't know about that. That's interesting. That's maybe something else I got to look at. But north side, am I a Union or I grew up in New Hampshire. So obviously New Hampshire, New England, complete Union. But then I moved to California, which wasn't even in the country at that time. And then now I live in the South. So no, I don't know. I've never thought about it. That's funny, Northside. That's funny. I don't know. All right. So drug addiction disease. Yeah, I agree. Will magically be solved by removing benefits. Keeping the benefits would far more likely help those people and potentially get them to a state where they don't use. I mean, you might be right. That'd be a longer conversation. I'd have to actually, honestly, it went too quick. Quailson, I'd have to think about that longer, not just this quick little back and forth thing. That would be interesting. I don't know. I mean, but what, if you save one life, is it worth it? I don't know. Hey, Prosperity Lounge, welcome. 480. Is that what I'm at? 480? Very cool. Oh, just try. I'm trying. We're trying to get 500 by the end. So Prosperity Lounge, thanks. If you don't know who Prosperity Lounge is, take a look at him. Joey Ruffalo runs a great program. He's actually got a radio station too. So we're very fortunate to have him on there one. All right, but Clay, Dustin Dirt, and actually Prosperity Lounge, since you just joined us, you're going to see some of the same names because these guys are coming back and we're having a great talk. Trinity is this. The Holy Spirit is Hey, Clay, what are you bringing on stuff for me like this? This is hard stuff. All right. And the brethren who also bear witness to Jesus, all the worship of God, witnesses to Jesus, spirit of prophecy, Revelations 19:10. Thank you, sir. All right. Call me harsh, but if you're a drug user or if you have a drug problem, that's you problem, not a we problem. You know what, Frank Aguilar, you probably are right. And and sometimes being harsh will help people more than anything. We had the discussion like an hour ago, literally an hour ago, about tough love and parenting and how you need to be disciplined and not your friends and all that stuff. I mean, maybe that's it. I mean, obviously the quick version would be they'd be on the streets, they'd be homeless, they'd have problems, but hopefully at some point in the long run, they make a better life for themselves. Yeah. Again, we'd have to think about that more. Mass should just take over control of the New Ham. Frank Gallagher. You're talking about Massachusetts? Massachusetts should just take over control of New Ham. Not sure what you mean by that, Frank Gallagher. Right. It's a societal problem. Yep. That is harsh. Yep. No more pronouns. Saturn Overdrive. Welcome. No more pronouns. Yep. Agree on that. Well, not no more weird, stupid program. How about that? You still got to call Mr. and Mrs., but all right. It's a you problem, not a we problem. Yeah, you can't help a person who does drugs unless they are willing to help themselves. It's a good point, Northside. That's a good point. You can't help. I mean, there are a lot of people out there that don't. I got a story about some homeless people. I used to own some commercial property. I used to kick the same homeless guys off the street every single day. They'd come on my property and sleep and everything else. But I found out through the police they had a home. This one guy, he literally had a home. He just liked being out at night and walking around and doing whatever he wanted to do. So that was my, I got more to that story, but that's about it. You've been using Protein. Well, I agree. That's good. Have I been, no, Minnesota. I mean, I've been to Minnesota, Saturn Overdrive. I don't know where that is though. How did the rainbow flag get hijacked by that community? And you know what I'm talking about. I'm glad what Trump said about the flag. Frank Aguilar, I don't know what he said exactly about the flag, but yeah, how did it get hijacked? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the rainbow is a beautiful thing, right? I mean, overall, it's the colors and all. It's, been around for centuries, and then they stole it. So yeah, I agree. Muhammad, ignorance and pride is a lethal combo, and they are the root of most of people. Yeah, agreed. So Howard Clegger, Paul Bunyan, I assume is that Bunyan, was, I don't know what that pronoun means. All right. Hello pronouns are important. Misuse and politicization of pronouns is silly. Agreed. Yeah. Hey, AB2911, welcome. My mom was mauled by wolves. Oh my God. Are you serious? That's awful. Did she pass? Sorry, buddy. Saturn Overdrive. Sorry. Got it. How old am I? I'm 47. ASMO there. Stuart, cost of police. Man, you guys are chatting too fast. I can't keep up, so my apologies. Cost of policing the drug problem kind of makes it a problem also. As a former drug enforcement officer, I have a few unpopular. Hey, Stuart, thanks. Actually, I would love to hear that sometime later, but he said they cannot raise the LGBT flag anymore. Oh, is that what he said? Okay. Yeah, I didn't know. So Trump said he cannot raise the LGBT flag anymore in public. Yeah. How old are you? I think maybe, again, I'm slow. I'm a little slow. You got a lot of things going on here. What the date on us right now? The date on us? Well, right now it's 7/11 on still December 31st. So I think obviously it's 2026 in other parts of the world, but not here. So what's wrong with people being who they are? Nothing's wrong with people doing who they are. Yeah, Quelson, nothing is wrong with a person being who they are. Just don't make me pretend like you're somebody else. That's my thing. You can do whatever you want behind closed doors. You can do whatever you feel like doing. Just don't make me do it. So there you go. Frank, we got a school teacher that took down the American flag in the classroom, put up, yeah, exactly, a LGBT flag, and told the student to play. Yeah, I saw that. God, that was terrible. What state was that in, Frank? I forget. But yeah, that was awful. You think we're going to go back to tariff economy? Taxes was supposed to be temporary. World War I, World War II. Do I think we'll go back to that? That's the idea. I mean, get rid of the IRS. That would be huge, and just go off of raise the sales tax and property. That's it, and kind of get rid of income tax. That'd be crazy. But since when do you police what people say and do? Since when do I police what people say and do? I don't police what they say and do. I just say, don't make me call them some name that's stupid. So, do we not care about the First Amendment? I care completely about the First Amendment. I'm literally talking for a living. So yes, I care about that. Hi, Mr. Happy New Year. All right, MJID. Happy New Year. Yep, very cool. Hey, Thomas or Toms or 829. In India, we already celebrated the New Year. Yeah, that's cool. Congratulations. I heard it's been great. So whatever. AB, can I ask, why do you Americans pledge allegiance to the flag? I'm from the UK and I wouldn't ever pledge allegiance to any flags. Interesting. That's AB 2911. I will take that question at face value. That is actually a good question, and that question's being asked by a lot of Americans right now. So that's I'm gonna write that down. That might be a video, like a full thing. So thank you, AB. So why do we pledge to a flag? That's a big answer. I like that question. That's a good one. So UK, hey, we actually had bunch of people from UK. I assume it's 2026 there. So very cool. It'd be nice if Trump got rid of property tax. Yeah. My thing about property tax. Oh, there's another question about property tax, Frank. Property tax totally sucks, especially if you are already paid. Oh yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah. How do you tell a guy that's, 65 and retired and has paid their mortgage off that they need to keep paying until they die? That sucks. That sucks. Mako Shark, step away. Enjoy a cigar. Oh, very cool. My name is Brian Walker. Thank you, Mako Shark. Yeah, I'm going to have a cigar later too. I love cigars. I probably had 3 or 4 a week, depending on what's going on. But River Rat Skippy, stumbling here, doom scrolling, great conversation. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. So great conversation so far. I'll definitely subscribe, see you more, but for now, I'm looking for funny. Hey, at least you're honest, River Rat. Appreciate it. Yeah, please like and subscribe. If you're just joining me, we're about to hit 80 minutes. Please like and subscribe. We're on our march to 500. I'm really excited about that. So awesome, guys. Appreciate that. Quelson, let's see. Many economic historians believe that tariffs were the root cause of the Great Depression's degree of loss. I have not heard that. You sound, from what you're putting up here, you sound like a very educated person. So that's actually might be a good point. I'm trying to think. I'm actually like halfway through the Woodrow Wilson biography. Now, obviously, it was written for him by someone that liked him. So I know tariffs were going on then. There was a very short chapter about Woodrow Wilson. So this is like 1912, 1913, talking about tariffs. So I'm gonna go with it. Yeah, you pledge allegiance to a corporation. Oh, Timothy Travis, that's a good one. I think you'll fit in just fine here. Two cannibals are okay. Cannibal says. Okay. All right. Two cannibals are eating a clown. One cannibal looks at the other cannibal and says, "Does this taste funny to you?" All right. Kanga Walls, thanks for that one. That was good. That's pretty funny. Why do you have a South African dude behind you? Oh, no, he's American. Come on now. Yeah. If you read can you guys read the thing, or is it backwards? I keep forgetting. But anyway, you don't have to pledge allegiance to the flag because of the First Amendment. Yeah, you don't have to. You're right. But more question was, why do we? So I agree. And that's my issue too, Quelson, about burning the flag too. But I mean, it's the symbolism behind it and all that stuff. First Amendment. I mean, we could argue that back and forth, but I do agree that some things need to be off limits. That's my take on that. And maybe we'll talk more about that later on, but has forgotten who they serve. Yeah. Howard Clegg, our government has forgotten who they serve. Yeah. You might actually be right on. What's your Instagram account name? Truth Between Lines. Or no, it's at the it's something. My Instagram account is something to do with Truth Between Lines. It's either like at the Truth Between. I think it's at the Truth Between. The Truth Between. And like, that's it. That's the number, 15 characters, whatever it is. That's my Instagram account name. I'm not on there a whole lot. I'm just so you guys know. Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. I'm on obviously YouTube, Rumble, True Social, X, Instagram, Facebook, all under some kind of form of Truth Between Lines, whether it's truth _ lines, it's on there. The same symbol though. You'll see that. Okay, so appreciate that though. Please follow me. North side. Well, we pledge our allegiance to the America flag because it reminds us to be loyal to the United States. Yeah, exactly. North side. That's a good one. Hell yeah. Time for a cigar later on for me. I have Deja cigars. Okay. Yeah. Our culture, lifestyle, beliefs, and honor is why we pledge allegiance, and fireworks. Actually, I heard a few fireworks already go off already. It's only like 7:15 right here now. So I'm going on. Clove cigars. Yeah. Okay. Not my thing, but good. Is an excellent point. I'm interested in why people choose to. Yeah, agreed, AB. Again, I wrote that down. So, do you feel that we should visit an entire tax system revamp? You know what, Stuart? Well, income tax, yes. I think we should do an income tax revamp, but that would do tariffs and everything else. So, Frank Aguilar, pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands. Very good. All right. Okay, we're changing topics. Mako Shark, I agree. That other one's getting kind of stale. But yeah, different topic. Best and worst film of the year. Yeah, put the best film of the year in there. Let me know what you think about that one. Mako Shark's got a question. I could be cultural norm, whereas where I'm from, it's not, so it seems unusual to me. Yep, it's backwards. It's common to ask students to do it, and then they aren't explicitly given or told that they have a choice. Yeah, I guess, maybe. They never do question it. If in the United States and you see a Mexican flag over an American flag, would you stand for that? So Frank's asking, if you live in the United States and you see a Mexican flag over an American flag, I think is there an actual law that says you can't do that in America? I think, but I stand for no flag. Okay. Again, First Amendment, cool. By law, statute, and code, United States is a corporation. Yeah, you're probably right, Timothy Travis. From Canada, we hate y'all government so much, even more than ours. Jacob. Is it Jacob Leon? You're from Canada? Yeah. I mean, I could see that. I did kind of want to talk about that, what's happened in the protests, that did happen in the protests and everything for the truckers and stuff. Burning a flag is disrespectful, but free speech is good in theory. However, there should be some reasonable guide rails, such as purposely inciting violence. Agreed. Yep. Except for the flag at the University of Kentucky during... That's a good one. So, all right, we got an SEC guy here. All right. So, except for the flag of the University of Kentucky during March Madness. Yeah, funny. Free speech is good in theory. Did I say that or someone else said? I can forget. Free speech is good in theory. I agree. But you can't say fire in a crowded, theater or something like that. So, I mean, there's some things you just can't do and they can't do. So, that's my example. American family who died defending that's the other reason we stand for the flag too. Follows guidelines. Yeah, people have died. I mean, protecting, saving it. God bless their souls. But yes, that is a very good reason though. Anybody whom like Stranger Things. Infinity War, you're from India and you watch Stranger Things? No, I have not seen that at all. I haven't heard the best things about Stranger Things, so I don't watch it. And I don't watch a whole lot of TV anyway. I'm sure, well, not TV per se, but talking about Gold Star families, exactly. Stewart, is illegal to fly another national flag. I thought so. I thought it was an actual law that it was illegal. So yeah. Well, you can't yell bomb on a plane either, can you? Yep, that's exactly. Yeah, people often confuse free speech for literal speech. You are obviously not allowed to incite violence or panic. That has never been the case. Yeah. Yep. Oh, the F1 film. I haven't seen that. Nope, I haven't seen that yet. So that's I'm trying to think who was in that movie, but yeah, it looked good. I just haven't gotten around to seeing it. It'll be one of those things late night where I put it on and do that. F1 was better than I thought. Okay, yeah, I may have to do that. You look like my cousin Vinny. Which part? I mean, I saw that movie, or is that the movie you're talking about? What about Breaking Bad? Again, I don't watch TV. I kind of really did want to see Breaking Bad, but I never got around to it. I like Quelson. Nice community you have. Thank you. Appreciate it. Again, you can, this community is all about chatting and talking. It's not a matter of anything. So I ain't pushing my agenda. I mean, I'll give you my opinion because people ask for it, but I ain't pushing nothing. We're just talking. So I'd say there's more freedom of speech in some places compared to others, but there's no complete freedom of speech. Yeah, Mohammed. And Mohammed's in Germany right now. Yeah, really. I mean, God, you're seeing what's happening right now in London and UK. We had one other guy from UK, but a few guys the last couple of nights talking about they can't put anything on Facebook without risking getting the police coming to their doors. So crazy stuff over there. But F1 film was really cool, and I actually did not like racing too much. Yeah, that's good. Sinners was such a disappointment. Yeah, which is rough because I like MJB as an actor. What? Okay, yeah, Michael B. Jordan. I didn't see that one either. That looked good too. I'm waiting for it to come out and just do it. But Breaking Bad is awesome. All right. What do you think about Trump being a kitty ditty? No, you spelled Biden wrong when you wrote Trump. So that's it. Yeah, he's a sniffer. That's not Trump. Yeah, I heard a lot of British people are putting up their flags now to show their pride in their country. Yeah, okay, interesting. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Not sure, but anyway, give me a drink here. And we're approaching, 86 minutes. If you guys can please like and subscribe, you're following me for the first time, I would really appreciate it. We are on a march right now to hit 500. And I just appreciate it, guys. Trump is a known Como. Okay. As long as you know that. It's the new year in London now. Well, happy new year to B Baker. Welcome back, buddy. It's good to see you again. Great. Actually, we were just talking about London. So B Baker, I don't know if you heard that snippet 30 seconds ago or whatever, but yeah. Frank, I think Trump economics is working. What are your thoughts and feelings on this? Yeah, I think they are working. Obviously, we're seeing gas being lowered around the country, except for California. But I think once the gas prices come down, the supply and demand, the cost to move by truck, things around the country will come down as well. And I think that one's going to be a good. So it's just a matter of when will companies lower their prices, because that's what's happening on there. So Strom Thermos, do you think economy is in the toilet? Oh, unemployment's up. Hey, let me go back to Stuart Gorham. I'll catch you in a minute. You can say many vile words in a free speech narrative, but such as threatening the president, opportunity and intent can make the difference. Yeah, opportunity and intent does it. Economy has only gotten better, says follow guidelines. Okay, so one person says follow guidelines, says economy's gotten better. And then the next comment, Strom Thermos says economy is in the toilet, unemployment up. GDP down. I'm not sure about that. Spicy question, is Islam comparable? Okay, Mako Shark, let's get back to that. Is it worse than Biden? Yes, I think it's worse than Biden. Example, UK, France, think locally, act locally. Good. Think locally, act locally. All right, Howard. Agreeing the GDP is down. Your phone dies around 90 to 100 minutes every time, and we're getting... You're right, actually, you're right. Shoot, my phone, I didn't even look at that. Yeah, I'm at 30%, so you're right, Mohammed. We're talking the economy. I just did a video. Please take a moment after we get done, whenever do this. It's called Are Workers Poor? Okay. I did it 2 days ago. It's got 112 views right now. It's all about unemployment. It's talking about the 4.6% is a lie. And so, I mean, it's 9 minutes and 4 seconds of talking about unemployment. So Strom Thermos, please watch that one. I'll give you my exact opinion about the whole thing on that one. We can talk more if you want to in this chat, but I did a whole video on that. So please go watch that. And again, if you are joining for the first time, please like and subscribe. So what was the one worse than Biden? No, spicy question. Is Islam compatible to integrate with Western culture? No, it is not, Mako Shark. I do not believe so. I'm not sure if we want to get into that, especially this late in the chat, because I am kind of getting tired and I got a big party to go to and I got a cigar to smoke. So we talked about that. Um, is your power low? Yeah, it's getting there. I mean, we've been doing this for 89 minutes and 15 seconds. So yeah, do you think American unemployment is at? What percentage do you think? I mean, so here's the thing about unemployment. I like to see that video. I like to see that video. Please do. Please watch it. Preferred cigar. No, I don't have a preferred cigar brand. I just, whatever is like, I use about $10, $10 to $12 of my cigar. Why is that your view? Hey, CJ, were you here before? I think you were. AB291, be more specific. I forget which view. Are you talking about the Islam not compatible? Is that the whole thing? Is that the thing? Actually, let me know. I don't want to go on a tangent if it's not what you're talking about. So the B Baker, the unemployment, I mean, what was it coming out at? No, the inflation is 2.7. I got too many numbers in my head, but 4.6 what it was supposed to be at. So you understand, we have to have unemployment. Like you have to have a certain number of people that are not employed, because otherwise, if we had full 100% employment, then basically we wouldn't be growing at all. Nobody can be able to move around. You couldn't find jobs, and there would be a huge problem on that thing, and that would be the issue on that one. So I don't know. I'm not an economist to give you the exact number, but I did a video. From what I looked at, it was all about statistics and how it played out. That's my whole thing. I know plenty of Muslims who are wonderful people and part of UK society. Well, AB, I'm glad you know Muslims who are wonderful people. Do you know ones that are not wonderful people? Because I got a lot of videos I'm watching that say they're not a lot of people. I smoke lawn cigars, Strom Thermos. Okay, I'm not sure where we took a right turn on that one, but okay. White Owl cigars. Okay, interesting. Inflation is actually up. All right, I thought it was down to 2.7, and the prices are showing in my area. I don't know where you're coming from or what area you live in. I know plenty of Muslims who are already to that. Do you understand the framers' design of federalism? Howard, if I'm reading into your question, I probably don't know as much as I should to answer you on that one. So no, I'm going to say no. But be honest, and maybe tell me, I'll listen. But my go-to is Punch Knuckle Buster, around $8 per stick. Oh, interesting. Make a Punch Knuckle Buster. Yeah. All right. All right, Muhammad, it's 125, and the Germans are still going crazy with the fireworks. They are wild. So if you're just tuning in or whatever, Muhammad's actually, where were you at? You were at the gate? I forgot, the Berlin Wall, Berlin Gate, something like that. Not the Berlin Wall. But anyway, that's cool. I'm glad. I wish we could share pictures. That'd be really cool. So AB, I know unpleasant Christians, Muslims, hideous atheists is not the religion that is the issue. Okay. I mean, I think that would be a longer discussion than this whole thing. AB, I do appreciate you commenting though and everything. There is a lot to be said about diversity and putting people together in the same room, and it's one of those things where, it's hard to do. And one thing gets set off and next thing you do, you got all kinds of problems. So yeah, I'm getting a little too tired and it's getting too hard in the new year to go too deep in that one. But all right. So, well, anyway, AB, like and subscribe. Maybe we'll talk later on. We'll do something. That'd be interesting. I do appreciate that. So I'm in Jacksonville fireworks at 7. Yeah. I think I heard a few fireworks go off here too in Tennessee. So, hi from Israel X. Hi. And then Fly Eagles Fly. Welcome back. You've been here before. Why are you putting something like that? Would you transition for 100 million? And only because Fly Eagles Fly has been here before, I will actually answer that question. Would I transition for 100 million? Would I go through life-altering surgery for $100 million? I know probably a lot of people that would. Let's put it that way. Me, probably not. Colby Wolf, hey buddy. Welcome to the chat. Thank you. AB, we're entitled to our views. Would be interesting to get into at some point. Yes. Yeah, I 100% agree on both about our views and to get into it. But again, thank you respectfully for not doing it now. Because again, we're hitting 93 minutes and I'm getting tired and it's the end of the year. So stop the cap from Serene Soul. You gotta be more specific on that one. Follows guidelines. You got good bourbon in Tennessee. Yes, of course. But I like the whiskey. Kentucky's got bourbon. So I don't know, but Israel love the USA. All right. Well, cool. Congratulations. Stuart, what about can be used on any subject. That's why we have to dive deeper into matters of life. Exactly. And you know what, Stuart? And that's why we talk about stuff. Exactly. We always learn, Shit, Tron. Bro, if you're not gay, then why did I fantasize about you? I don't know, buddy. You got some issues then. Plenty of money to detransition. Mako Shark. Yeah, exactly. All right, so Muhammad, I'm a Muslim myself and I have a lot to say, but as you said, the topic just takes a lot of time and effort, and you've been live for too long and tired. Thank you, Muhammad. Again, Muhammad's been on my channel for a while now, for a couple days in a row, so I appreciate that. It's late for me. Good night, guys. Be safe and have fun. Don't get caught. I like it. Thank you, AB. Yes, Happy New Year. Yes, people don't get caught for sure. Dim and J, B. Blake, yeah, didn't Jim Beam lay people off in Tennessee? I was at a car dealership and I saw that on the TV and I could only read the closed caption. So I don't know exactly what happened. I got a buddy who runs a bourbon channel, bourbon and whiskey channel called Deck Night on the Rocks, if you want to check that out. And he was supposed to get into that whole story because basically I think what they're doing is they're just going to stop selling so much. And that was the problem they're going for it. All right. So we got, what is this? Nice Naturals Homestead. Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Well, I agree with you. Maybe some of the others won't, but I do. You have a real fan. LOL. Thanks, Stuart. Yeah. Neo Slinky Y. I'm not sure. Be more specific. Matt Lopez, 2016. Okay. And God bless you from Israel. Working at Jim Beam Distillery would be so cool. You know, you wonder about that follows guidelines. You know, it's like anything. If you work it and you're around it all day. My wife used to work at Disneyland back in the day, and it's like you're just there every day. So all the magic is gone because it's just not cool anymore. So I don't know, you know, I mean, if you work at Ben and Jerry's and you eat all the ice cream, you know, they get like a pint a week or something like that. And they just give it away because they hate the ice cream. So I don't know. All right. Fly, Eagle, fly. I hope this is a better one. If you were a betting man, would you take this bet? Yes or no? The USA will be in another large scale war within the next 10 years. You ever know anyone who works at a cigarette factory? So Fly Eagles Fly. It's so hard to say 10 years because who knows what could happen in 10 years. I mean, if I'm a betting man, I would say yes. The United States can be in a war in 10 years, only because it kind of happens. Everything's slit, you know, on cycles. It always happens. It's up and down, all that stuff. So the fact that, yeah, you know, I would say yes. If I'm betting on that one, yeah. I love to work at the Ruger factory. Yeah, that would be good. You got probably discounts. You've known people who work at Ruger. Okay, cool. Follow guidelines. Very cool. Yeah, they just built a new, I think it was Smith & Wesson here, close to me, but yeah. But again, yeah, Muhammad's right though. I mean, the shock does fade away. You keep doing something after a while. It's kind of it. So anyway, hey, we're hitting 97 minutes. So if you're just here for the first time, please like and subscribe. It helps me out. I'm on a march right now to hit 500, and we're at 483 subscribers. So please hit, even if you just unsubscribe tomorrow, please hit the subscribe button, and it'd be fantastic to help me out on that one. But I do appreciate that. So, but yeah, on that note, actually, guys, I'm going to wrap it up because I'm tired. It's the new year. I might come back on later on. I'm like this up. Thanks, Fly. You Fly. Thank you. Appreciate it. Happy New Year to you, family. Yeah. I might come back on later tonight only because I want to hit a thing and my power is low. I do have to charge my phone. I do want to hit 500 by the end of the night, by the end of the year, 2025. So maybe you'll see me again coming on, but I'm going to take a break and charge and get some dinner and everything else. But hey, again, you guys be safe out there. Be good. Enjoy the new year for what it is. It's going to be awesome. God bless you all. Y'all take care. Thanks a lot. And that's the truth between lines.